Okay, so we're going to finish up the last of the questions. This one says the model is shaded to represent the number 2 and 20 hundredths. It's used to represent an equation using the number 2 and 20 hundredths. And we talked about how 2 and 20 hundredths is broken into 10 different groups. So you're going to solve 2 and 20 hundredths divided by 10. So 2 and 20 hundredths divided by 10. Okay, solve that and see what you get. Okay, so you should have brought your decimal up. 10 won't go into 2, but it'll go into 22 2 times. 10 times 2 is 20. Subtract. You get 2. Bring down this 0. 10 will go into 20 2 times. 20 minus 20 is 0. 22 hundredths. So your answer would be 0.22. 22 hundredths. Okay, you could have also said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20, 21, 22. You're counting how many are in each group. Either way. Okay. The length of the piece of yarn is 19 2/10 units. Cut this piece of yarn into 4 pieces. Which expression represents the length of each smaller piece? Well, it's 19 2/10 inches. He cut the piece of yarn into 4 smaller pieces that were all the same length. Okay, so we said your equation would be 19 2/10 divided by 4. Okay, so solve that. Tell me what the answer would be. Okay, 19.2 divided by 4. Okay, bring the decimal up. 4 will go into 1, no time, but 4 will go into 19. 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract and you get 3. Bring down your 2. Okay, 4 will go into 32 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. Subtract. So our answer was 4 8/10. Okay, the next one says Miss Jaffe had a total of 428 5/10 ounces of pretzels to put into 5 bowls for a party. She put an equal number of ounces of pretzels into each bowl. How many ounces did Miss Jaffe put into each bowl? Okay, so we talked about how that gives you a total of 428 5/10 ounces, and you're going to put it into 5 bowls for a party. But it says she put an equal number, and anytime you're taking something and putting it into equal groups, you're dividing. So 428 5/10, and we're going to divide it by 5. Okay, so we're solve it, and let's see what you get for your answer. Okay, so you should have brought the decimal up, and then you look and see 5 cannot go into 4. It's too big, but it can go into 42 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract, and you have 2 left over. Bring down your 8. 5 will go into 28 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract, and you get 3. Bring down your 5. Okay, 5 will go into 35 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract, and you get 0. So she's going to put 85 7/10 ounces into each bowl. Okay. All right, 36. It says Mr. Adams drove his delivery truck 151 2/10 miles during 24 days. He drove the same number of miles each day. All right, how many miles did Mr. Adams drive each day? So he drove 151 2/10 miles total, right? During 24 days. He drove the same number of miles each day. So all of that indicates that we're going to divide by 24. Okay, 151 2/10 divided by 24. Okay, so solve that and see what you get. Okay, so to do the division problem, you can do, we're dividing by 24, so you can do a tic-tac-toe board. Okay, and I just showed an example of it. So what you would do is you take 24 and add 24. So 24 times 1 is 24. 24 plus 24 is 48, so 24 times 2 would be 48. And then you're going to take the 48 and you're going to add 24 and you get 72. So 24 times 3 is 72. Add 24, you get 96. Add 24, you get 120. Add 24, you get 144. Add 24, you get 168. Add 24, you get 192. Add 24, you get 216. So that's 24 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's all your multiplication facts. So you can work this problem without any problems. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is bring your decimal to the top. 24 can't go into 1. It's too big. There's no 1 there. 24 can't go into 15. Okay, there's no 15. But it can go into 151. The closest number to 151 without going over is 144. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put 6 on top and 144 on the bottom. And then we're going to subtract. If you have 1, you can't take away 4 without being negative, so we have to borrow. 11 minus 4 is 7. 4 minus 4 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So that's it. Now we just bring down the 2. 24 goes into 72 3 times. So the answer is 6 3/10 miles. Okay. The weight of sand in a large bag is 63 4/10 pounds. The sand in the bag is divided equally into 20 small bags. So divided equally, they told us that we're going to divide by 20. So what's the weight of in pounds of the sand in each small bag? So solve that. 63 4/10 divided by 20. Okay, so you should have done 63 4/10 divided by 20. I did a tic-tac-toe board. I didn't go all the way, but I don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to start by bringing the decimal to the top. 20 can't go into 6 because there's no number that's 6 by itself, but it can go into 63 3 times. And that would be 60 with 3 left over. Bring down the 4. 20 can't go into 34 more than once. It'll only go in there 1 time. Okay, 20 will go into 20. So 1 times 20 is 20. Subtract, I get 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, so I'm not finished. I still have numbers I can deal with. Okay, so remember, anytime we're past the decimal, we can add zeros. Because 63 4/10 and 63 40/100 are the same number. So I added a 0, and I'm going to bring this 0 down. And now it's 140. 20 will go into 140. Well, I don't have that there. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going to multiply by 7 and get 140. Subtracting, we get 0. So the answer is 3 17/100 pounds. Okay. Mrs. Chen, paid a total of $88.20 for 15 staplers. She paid the same amount for each stapler. What amount did Miss Chen pay for each stapler? So there's that word each again, but in this case, because it says we're looking for how much she paid for each stapler, so we're going to divide 88 20/100 divided by 15, or $88.20 divided by 15, however you want to look at it. Okay, solve that real quick. Okay, so there's my tic-tac-toe board. All right, 15, bring my decimal up first. 15 won't go into 8, but it'll go into 88. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is too big, so we're going to go back here to 75. So 5 times, and that's 75. Subtract, we got 3. Bring down the 1, and bring down the 2. Okay, so 8 minus 5 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. Bring down the 2. 132. Well, the closest I can get to 132 is 120. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8 times. And that's 120. Subtract, I get 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, so that's it. All right, so now I have to bring down the 0. So 15 will go into 120. 3, 6, 7, 8 times. So she paid $5.88 for each stapler. All right, last one. Amber saved a total of $3.20 over 5 weeks. She saved the same amount of money each week. How much money did Amber save each week? So we know she had a total of $3.20 for 5 weeks, and that she saved the same amount each week. So that because they gave me a total and they're saying that she saved the same amount each week, that's telling me it's a division problem. So $3.20 divided by 5. And you shouldn't have to do a tic-tac-toe board for 5, but we're going to do it anyways. Okay, go ahead and solve and give me your answer. Okay, so the first thing you should have done was brought the decimal to the top. 5 cannot go into 3, but it can go into 32. 6 times. Okay, subtract when you get 2. Bring down the 0. 5 will go into 20 4 times. Subtract, and I get 0. So notice that I brought the decimal up. The 5 doesn't go into 3, but it goes into 32. So that first answer goes in the first place past the decimal. So my answer is 0.64. This is why it's super important to make sure that you're lining everything up. Okay? Please make sure that you're watching that. So she saved 64 cents every week. Okay? All right. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. We are going to have a worksheet assignment tomorrow over some of the same stuff. Okay? I expect you to take your time, use the tools in TeacherMade to show your strategies of what you underlined. Okay? And then, again, if you have any questions, just send me a message.